how to access Byte and create a new file. On your screen, there are couple ways to enter Byte. If you see the icon at the top here, this is the Byte icon, or you can also, if you don't see it on your screen, you'll probably have to bring it up through the search field, type in Byte, and this is another way you can access Byte. So we'll choose this way. And then once you open it, you may want to just save a shortcut so that you don't have to always search for it. You should have also received an email with your onboarding credentials, and that should include your access to Byte. You'll be prompted more likely to create a new custom password after you have access. If for some reason you log in too many times, it may freeze your access. However, you can attempt again, but you may have to wait a few minutes. I would say about 3 to 5 minutes before you try again, but because it will, you won't have to reset it. But if you're still having any difficulty, please notify your manager and let them know that you need to get your password reset. All you do is put in your username, which has been provided to you, and the password, the temporary password was given to you. Now, you'll likely have maybe a couple of profiles depending on your role. I have a few profiles actually apply, but we're going to choose this one. And then once you've selected the profile, it may take a few minutes for that to load. So don't think nothing's working. It just takes a little while on your initial setup. So the first screen you typically should land on, you may land on various screens that you see up here. If you are not seeing anything, that's probably because you haven't opened and created a new file. The one that you want to kind of pay attention to is really just standard for now. And a little bit about the screens here. These are different various reports, or sometimes pipelines reports, or just queues that are being monitored. It'll depend on your role as to what you have on your screen. Some may have more, some may have less. To create a new file in Byte, you'll click on the New File button here. And like I mentioned, your first time you're opening a file in Byte, and this is for everyone, it may take a little while to load because it's attempting to load the whole database. Okay, so a box comes up and it says new file. You can choose the organization you want to, work through. And then really you would just put a bar's first name, last name. And it's important you put in a property state, and then choose a branch manager. It would be yourself as the loan officer that should populate. And your organization typically will default to your profile, which was created, LP, the only one. And then lastly, you need to select a loan processor. I'm going to choose, I don't know if this will work, but as far as template file and import source file, you don't need to worry about that. I'll just use and you can create the file. Click OK. And the first thing that will come up is the home screen, better known as the main screen. This is the gray shaded screen. To the right side, is your overview screen, the yellow shaded screen. Just as a tip, you can, if you're using multiple monitors, detach this screen and put it on the other monitor. So by clicking on the little icon here, it'll say detach, and then you can drag to the other monitor. Or reattach it by clicking on about the same location, the previous icon, and attach to main window. It'll give you a description as well of what each icon is if you hover over it. And then you'll see that I have various icons. We'll go over that in another training, but this is where you would enter their information.